This is Tyler Oliveira, one of the best YouTubers on this platform. He makes fantastic videos, from the ones where he goes out into the depths of society as an investigative journalist to when he goes out and exposes scammers at some of the world's most famous places. This guy posts a new video every week or so in some random part of the world doing something usually pretty dangerous. He makes me feel, as a YouTuber, very, very lazy. But I tell you what, Tyler is one of my favorite YouTubers. I highly recommend you check him out. However, he is racist, apparently. But the reason why is amazing. Tyler made the mistake of going to India, and now the New York Times is presenting an article with him being called racist. YouTuber Tyler Oliveira, branded racist, dragged through the muck after filming Indian villagers' messy poop throwing fight. Yes, that's why he's being called racist, because he was there filming Indians in their village as throwing shit at each other. Okay, let's have a look. Oh my God. What the fuck is going on? Okay, India cops a lot of shit. No pun intended at all. Because people say that it's dirty there and it's gross but this is not fucking helping, okay? What even is this? Why are you throwing shit?
I'm gonna die today. They're gonna kill me. I will tell you. They're gonna kill me. Spare me. What? No good.
Is he racist because he went there in a hazmat suit? If you don't go there in a hazmat suit, you're a fucking idiot. This is not the tomato throwing festival that happens. Where's that? Is that fucking France or Italy? Where they throw fucking tomatoes at each other? Like, this is not the same thing. They are tomatoes. This is shit. Whose shit is this, by the way? That is a question. I imagine it's some sort of animals. I hope it's not human shit. I don't know much about India. Okay, I know that a lot of people go there. My brother almost went there, and he's a fucking wanker. He's all right. But I am not one of those people that have ever looked at India and thought, I want to go there. And you may say that is like racist and built in hatred, and I don't care. I like Indian food, and Indian people are very nice people. I'm just saying, by looking at the shit throwing festival and the street food, no thanks. Okay, so here's another video of him walking around after the Indian poop throwing festival. I survived Indian's poop throwing festival. That looks great. I think that's how a lot of guys after Mardi Gras felt. What I was gonna say, hilarious. It's a anal sex joke. Ladies and gentlemen, this video is brought to you by the great people at I Wanna Gummies. Whether you want to focus, whether you want to sleep, I Wanna Gummies has the product for you, ladies and gentlemen. And I tell you what, they got a massive Black Friday sale on right now. 50% off with the code Isaac-VIP. 50% off. That's right. Whether you want to focus, you want to sleep, you want to wake up, or you want to relax, I Wanna Gummies is an incredible product full of fantastic ingredients to help you get exactly where you want to go in your day, ladies and gentlemen. These gummies are infused with all the good stuff to help you do exactly what you need to do. They're a business that has sponsored this channel for a very long time, and I want to say thank you to them for doing such an amazing job looking after us. So it's our time to look after them. Head over to iwannagummies.com right now and use that promo code immediately to get 50% off for Black Friday, ladies and gentlemen. And now, without further ado, back to the video. Now, I'm sure that there are religious reasons that this festival is happening. It's not just a thing that people do when they're bored after a week at work on a Saturday afternoon and they think, fuck, there's a heap of shit around. Why don't we just pelt it at each other? I imagine it's a religious thing. And I think, and I want to say this with respect, and I want to say this out loud, and I want to make this a statement, okay? My name's Isaac Butterfield. I'm a comedian from Australia. I got dates coming up. Look at these dates right here, the 13th to the 20th in Port Macquarie and DY. How exciting. I don't care If it is a part of your religion to do something ridiculous, if it is ridiculous and stupid, gross or idiotic, I will call it out for what it is. To say that it is done because of religious reasons is not an excuse for something being fucking moronic. Like, I want to find out more about the Indian poo throwing festival, like we all do. But if you're doing that, if you're dumb enough to do that, if your religion calls for that, fucking stop it. So just to make everything clear, I don't give a fuck if it's a part of your religion. Stop being ridiculous. All right, let's have a look at the article and see what he said, what he did, and find out more about this poop throwing incident. An American YouTuber, who has a very good channel, by the way, is raising a holy stink after he filmed a dung flinging ritual, a ridiculous what the fuck, in a remote Indian village. Tyler Oliveira, 25, shared a teaser clip titled Inside India's Poop Throwing Festival, where it quickly piled up more than 5 million views. But the video, taken at Gaur Hubba Festival, in which villagers hurled dried cow dung at each... Hang on, have you seen the videos on TikTok, or is it just my Instagram and TikTok algorithm with the people who have the cows pissing on their heads? Have you seen that? What the fuck? Okay, I need to Google that. Cow urine is used as medicine. Come on, people. According to some Hindu beliefs, cow is a divine animal. I'm sure they're beautiful, but why are we drinking? Why are we putting it on our heads? Cow urine is like a disinfectant. Mine actually is summer breeze. But yeah, if you want to have it as dairy piss, fucking go for it. That is ridiculous. In Hinduism, cow dung is believed to have antiseptic properties and is used to clean homes. Oh my God, why? I saw another video about these people claiming that it was, and it had been done for, generations, thousands of years. They use like watered down dung of some animal in their own homes and in their villages to make the floors and make it, what the fuck? Like, people say, oh, you got to respect that. No, I fucking don't. I don't. All right, I don't have to do that. I do not have, fuck you. So the villagers hurled cow dung at each other at the end of the post-Diwali Hindu tradition, which is a big part of a religious festival, I think. A lot of people in Australia particularly talk about it. The Prime Minister was talking about it the other day and how we should celebrate that particular festival, rather than Australia Day and stuff like that. Anyway, but Oliveira was criticised for ignoring the significance behind the smelly stunt. No, it's poo. In another post, he shared a picture of himself in hazmat suit and goggles covered in brown smears following the events in the remote village of Gamatapura in Karnataka, southwestern India. Happy Diwali. Yeah. Diwali is a type of fucking drill, isn't it? I went to India's poop throwing festival and it was the shittiest experience of my life, and he followed that up with a poo emoji. How good. Backlash soon started piling up around him, much like the feces. He subsequently shared screenshots or screen grabs purporting to show that his video was facing censorship and mass reporting from Indian users. Oh no. If you're going to get mass reported, you don't want to... They're really good at using, like the internet and shit. Allegedly. Or is that racist to say that? Anyway, why do you have to come to India and then record a video of a cow dung festival by going in the middle of the event and crying like a loser? One Indian ex-user wrote. Because it's fucking gross. Like, look at this photo. Like, can I even show that on YouTube? I mean, there's so many things wrong with this photo here. Not only is it all dudes... Like, how fucking hot. Grinder parties have never looked better. But what's going on the roof up here? Why are there just clothes out there drying on the roof? Like, look at all this part. See all up here? This is all beautiful. Gorgeous. Like the colors and the vibrancy. And then you just look here and go, the fuck are you people doing? Someone else said, you shitty fellow, you can record poop in Western countries. Plenty on the streets of California. Human poop you can have recorded in your countries. Make videos. Yeah, I think he has done sort of similar videos to that, because there are a lot of poop areas throughout America. I mean, when I went to San Francisco, I saw more human shit than I've ever seen in my life. It is a fucking shithole. Anyway, but Oliveira said back to him, he said, I filmed in many of these cities. Don't be mad, bro. He's not here to explore. He's here to defame. Another Indian ex-user wrote. Let's just quickly look up the definition of defame. Damage the good reputation of someone, in this case Indians, by slander or libel. Now, a good defense for defamation is the truth defense. So if you said that an Indian poop throwing festival is fucking gross, that's not defamatory because it's accurate. In a video that I made not too long ago, I felt this backlash from some Indian people. Now, as I said before, where I live, there are a lot of Indian people, and I get along with them like a fucking house on fire. Very nice people, very kind people, very giving people. But a lot of Indian people were mad at me when I made a video last year about the street vendors that happen to exist in India and how a lot of them aren't overly clean at all, even slightly. Videos like this.
Oh, wow. What is this man selling? Hey, can I have one, please? Can I have one?
I even know how to say one in India because I watch so many of these fucking videos. Ek. So as you can see here, old mate's just on the floor. There's shit everywhere. It's gross, okay?
Only one plate?
Yeah, one plate, please.
48.
48. There you are. How are you?
Fine, sir.
Good,
Like, he seems like a nice guy. I'm just saying, just get it off the floor. That's all people want to see.
It's the best street food in the world. Right here. Here he is. Wow. Look at that. Thank you, boss. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, here
Like,
it is.
if that came out
the
on, like, a
famous
plate, it'd
club
be
culture.
okay.
You see the crowd.
He's gonna
it's
eat it.
absolutely insane. This is easily
Okay,
by
this guy's
far
being
one
very
of the most-
polite and very nice, and I probably wouldn't eat that, even though I bet it's delicious because Indian food's fantastic, but it's a bit gross that it's on the floor. This is what I'm talking about. The big fella here rolling up beef patties on, next to the cracked eggs, next to the fucking whatever this is, raw mince over here or meat. Well, it must be pork, right? It can't be cow. Yeah. So slapping it down, using his hand, and then pouring it in what can only be described as motor oil to cook it. I made a video where I was critical of exactly that, and I got a lot of hate, an amazing amount of feedback of people that fucking hated me because I dared to say that it was gross. I'm sorry. It's not defamatory. It's not incorrect. It is fucking god-awful, okay? This is why there's a type of diarrhea named after your capital city, Delhi, all right? New Delhi, Delhi Belly, you get the point. I'm sorry, Indians. I'm sorry, India. You're intelligent people. You're very smart people. Probably one of the smartest countries on earth. But defending this shit is just outrageous and it needs to stop. Another person said that Tyler Oliveira is known for spreading racism and misinformation. That's absolutely incorrect. He's a very, very, very smart dude, good dude, and I like him. Another person said this must be AI, and I tell you what, I found a lot of AI videos when I was looking at those, the videos of the street vendors cooking. A lot of Indians inside of like a big pot with butter chicken, which I thought was weird. Definitely AI, but no, this is 100% real, apparently. And let's find out more about the actual festival. It says here the devotees of the festival believe their god, Butterfield Swami, was born in cow excrement. I wonder what that's got to do with like magic mushrooms and psilocybin and religion. Like the mushrooms actually grow out of the cow dung and they eat it and then they see gods. Maybe, probably. But yeah, I don't think that's a great place to be born into cow shit. But good on Butterfield. I'm not trying to be a dick. I can't pronounce that. Butterfield Swami. Yeah, good on him. Jesus was born to a virgin. Interesting. And Butterfield Swami was born in a poo. Not great. But you know what's crazy? This is not the first time that claims of racism have been issued against Tyler Oliveira by Indians. He was in India last year, and in another video from the Hindustan Times, American YouTuber Tyler Oliveira has waded into a growing online debate about whether pointing out India's hygiene and infrastructure problems amounts to racism. He fell seriously ill during a visit to India, despite sticking to food from five-star hotels throughout his visit. Oliveira was responding to a viral video by an Indian woman who criticized foreign travelers, particularly white visitors, for allegedly slumming it in India to reinforce negative stereotypes. I think the video is here. Let's have a look.
Guys, one of my greatest mysteries in life is white people and their obsession with traveling on a budget to India. Like, India is quite cheap to travel as it is. It's not that expensive to get around or to go to really good restaurants or to do touristy things, but white people are adamant on going in the most unsanitary trains and buses and living worse than the way underprivileged people in India live. And then they want to shoot it and post it and talk about how pathetic India is. They've clearly had about 200 years of...
I think that's a fair point. Maybe a lot of parts of India are actually really fantastic and amazing. And maybe this would actually harm people's opinion or affect what they think about India as a country and whether or not they would actually go and visit. There was one guy I actually saw who did India a great justice. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he's a travel vlogger and he did a really, really good job. Showed a lot of the street food that was actually quite delicious. But yeah, maybe they are doing this in a negative way, but I don't think that the same can be said for someone like Oliveira, because he claimed that he actually stayed in 5-star hotels and he contracted 4 different types of salmonella, which is a mean feat. Like, fucking Jesus. He added that the illness was likely caused by the hotel sourcing eggs from a filthy chicken farm right next to a literal mountain of trash. Shit. Now, I don't think that Tyler Oliveira going to India, getting sick, and then complaining about the sanitary conditions or the unsanitary conditions of that country is racist at all. I don't think Tyler has that many bad bones in his body. He's a young dude who's really doing a really cool job on YouTube, and I think you should check him out. As for Indians, I think they're very nice people. I've said that 3 times in this video, so you can't claim that I'm a bad person either. I've got many, many Indian friends. That's not true. Not by choice. I haven't gone out of my way not to have Indian friends. I just don't. If you want to be my friend and you're Indian, hello. But yeah, no, ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Oliveira, check out his full video. I hope he does the actual festival some justice in that video. I don't know if it's out yet. I hope he actually talks about what it is all about, because the religious aspect of it is really cool. Like, they really believe in that type of stuff. They really think it's fun and exciting, and they're honoring their ancestors and their culture, which is great. But it's just the poo throwing that I have an issue with. Let me know if you have an issue with throwing poo at your friends. Ladies and gentlemen, be a good motherfucker. Peace and release me. Dick stinks. Toodle au revoir. Bye-bye.